Today I am going to be talking about anxiety and Christmas. These are two words that don't usually go together, but I've noticed for the past few years I have been extremely anxious around Christmas. The past 2 years, I think, I've had a panic attack on Christmas Day, and I've just not been able to really fully enjoy it. I am somebody that absolutely loves Christmas. Like, if you ask any of my friends, I start talking about Christmas in August. I just really love it. It's such a lovely time of the year, and my birthday is 2 weeks after Christmas, so it's just a really nice time of the year, and also just very special. It's all lit up and beautiful, and I love cold weather and big scarves, and everything about Christmas I absolutely love. But it is an extremely difficult time for people with mental health issues. It definitely isn't all perfect. A lot of people are affected by the weather during Christmas time. A lot of people just really struggle to be able to function around Christmas time and winter, and it's really not easy. For me, my anxiety tends to get a lot worse around this time of year, and I start to maybe feel a bit more down. I've got a few kind of ideas or things that I've been thinking about recently to try and help myself and to try and help you guys around Christmas to make it a little bit easier. Christmas is just a bit of a difficult time of the year, and it's such a shame because it's such a lovely time as well, but it's definitely not exactly easy, and you might feel pressured to have a really good time at Christmas. But I'm going to talk about these few things today. Hopefully some of them can help you around the Christmas period. So the first thing I want to talk about is Christmas calendars. It gets extremely busy around Christmas. People are coming home for Christmas, you've got so much more family in your house, you've got a lot of friends coming out, and you have Christmas parties with work, with college, with school, with friends. There's just so much going on. People are wanting to celebrate the really lovely time of the year with you because they love you, and it's a really lovely thing, and it's so great being able to hang out with your friends more and with your family more. But when you have anxiety, this causes a lot of stress. Your calendar will probably be more full than it usually is, which is a lot of pressure, and it's very difficult. I think that's one of the most difficult things about Christmas for me, is there's so much more to do. My calendar fills up, and every single day I've got something on, and it's just really difficult. So the first thing I really want to say is you absolutely do not have to do everything that's on your list. You're going to be invited to a lot of parties, you're probably going to be asked to meet up with more people. You've got Christmas Day, you've got Boxing Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. It's just so mental, and it's just like feels like there's just not an end. I think it's really important to up the self-care, to be able to have blocked out days of your calendar where you say no matter what. If somebody asks me to do something on this day, I am not going to be able to do that. I need to have that day set aside for me. Maybe if you need 1 or 2 days a week during the festive period to be able to just completely be by yourself and recuperate. You're not going to be able to, I think, spend really quality time with your family if you're really stressed and you feel pressure and you're exhausted. It's really important to have blocked off days in your calendar to just have really luxurious, extreme self-care. And also, you can say no to things. I'm reading right now the book by Brené Brown called Brave in the Wilderness, and I would recommend it to everyone. In that book she talks a lot about being true to yourself. Even if you are maybe putting yourself at risk of being misunderstood, I think the most important thing, and especially around this time when it's very stressful, is to just be true to yourself, know your own boundaries, and stand firm on those boundaries. Don't pressure yourself into things you're not ready for. Things like that I really struggle with is there's Christmas markets uptown. I think they've actually already started the Christmas markets, and then they go right through to like the beginning of January, and it's so festive uptown, and there's so many different things to see, and we have really great German markets in Edinburgh, and that's something that I really enjoy, but it's something that I'm not able to do that well yet. It's very busy, there's crowds everywhere, and I'm just going to allow myself to decide whenever I fancy going up. That's fine. I'm not going to pre-plan going up, even if people really want to go with me, even if my family and my mum and dad really want to go with me. I am going to go whenever I feel like it and whenever I feel ready to do that, and if I don't this year, then that's okay. Just allowing yourself a little bit more time and lenience around this time of year. My second thing is to write it all down, 100%. In every occasion with anxiety, I find writing everything down so useful. And this time of year you've got so many things to remember. Presents. There just seems to be more and more people to buy for every single year. Events, different things that are going on near you with family, your schedule, everything that's happening around this time of year, write it down. Your feelings, your thoughts, everything. Make sure it's on paper. It's kind of, I feel like when I do that, it's taken out of my brain and I can see it in front of me and it feels much more manageable. And I can also see I actually feel like uncomfortable about doing that certain thing, so I'm going to actually cross that off my list. It just makes it so much easier. And writing down presents, being able to see exactly what you're buying for different people, it's just all so useful and helpful to be able to have it. You can visibly see it and you can see what you've got to deal with. I've kind of touched on this, but number 3 is to know your own boundaries and have your own space. It's really important to have a really good think about what you're going to be able to do this year. I've had to do that for work because I work in a pub. It's very busy around this time of year, but I've really had to have a proper think about what I am able to do. If I push myself too much at this time of year, then it kind of gets ruined and I just feel really anxious. Last year I think I worked Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and I ended up actually getting really ill. I had to work New Year's Eve feeling really ill because I hadn't known my boundaries and I hadn't known when to stop. This year I've been able to really think about it, been able to really think about what I am and am able to do, and I've been able to put that in, and now I have much more I have a much more relaxed schedule, so that I feel like I can actually enjoy Christmas as well. I'm not going to be working on Boxing Day, which means I can relax on Christmas Day, and I don't know, I've just really thought about what my boundaries are able to do, and I've really stuck true to myself and told people what my boundaries are. Although other people might try and persuade you otherwise, although other people might say, oh, but we've not seen you this year and we really want you to come to our house, or whatever it might be, it's really important that you stay true to exactly what you know you're capable of, and it's okay if other people are upset about that, as long as you know that it was the right thing for you to do. Number 4 is to let yourself feel how you feel. Don't feel pressured to have a really good time. I think that's something that's really difficult about Christmas. It only comes around once a year. Everybody's having such a good time. The adverts on TV, other people vlogging, or Christmas shows on Instagram and Twitter and everything, people seem to be having the best time of their life, and you feel really shit if you're not having a good time, or if you feel like your mental health's getting in the way, or if you just feel too overwhelmed to have a good time. It's important to know, one, that not everybody's having the best time. Christmas is difficult for most people, whether it's financially or emotionally. Christmas is a really hard time of the year because you're so pressured to have the best time. Let yourself feel how you feel. If you're not having a good day, that's okay. You don't have to have a good day. Listen to yourself and your body and just go with that, and just know you can feel however you want to feel. You're not a bad person for not enjoying Christmas. You're not a bad person for feeling anxious or depressed around Christmas time. You can't just turn off your mental health illness just because, oh, it's festive, it's the festive season, I need to turn off my anxiety now. I know that most of the time it actually gets worse around this time of year, and just let yourself feel that and just let yourself off, and don't pressure yourself into things you're not ready for. And lastly, I've put online shop because this is so important for me. I have done a lot of online shopping already this year. I still have a few things to buy, but knowing that I've got the bulk of presents and I don't even need to leave my house and brave the Christmas crowds, which are just too much, and have to go around shops, and oh god, it's just so stressful. I think Christmas shopping online has been the best invention and has been such a saviour for me the past few years. Knowing I can really think about things, knowing that I don't have to actually leave my house and be in the crazy time that is Christmas shopping. Everyone just goes mental when it's Christmas around the shops. Like, it's just really something I am not up for, and so being able to shop online is very helpful for me. I hope that you found some comfort and some goodness from this video. I really hope you do have the best Christmas ever. Take things very slowly and try your best to just let yourself be and just let yourself off with things and let yourself just relax this time of year and have the best Christmas, and I will see you soon. Bye!